What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we got something spicy for all of you. You guys have been asking for an updated version to Machinedramon. There is actually technically two ways to play in this deck. One we're going to cover today, and then maybe if this gets enough hype and you guys really want to see a second version, let me know down in the comments, and we're going to take advantage of that and make a second version that is based on stacking, while this one is more not as a stacker, but a way of slamming down a Mugen and getting the turn back. So without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it. So first off, I know I'm using this Digimon card app, so really thankful that they do exist, and this is a new way of doing it. If you guys like this style, let me know and I'll make it more of these videos. I think this will be what I use for short content, just to give you the guys the quick 1-minute runaround. And I think this is a really good 1-minute version. I don't think this will be my long form version permanently, but if that is what the feedback is, definitely. But first off, we have none other than Doraemon. Doraemon is basically in here for when an effect puts underneath, you draw a card. So straight up, all simple, very easy, because we have a lot of effects that do it, we want to use it. Then we have Dorumon, that's basically going to reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with X antibody and traits, and 1 coda among them to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order, and then when an effect places Digievolution under this, gain a memory. So this helps with Chaosdramon turns, your Machinedramon, you know, level 6 turn, which is basically this one that tucks something. So as long as you have some value underneath here, or even Megadramon himself, so this will reduce the cost of his evolution. So value town right there. And what's really nice is we did up the account for X antibodies. So we have Ryuda, that's an X antibody now. And we do have Ginryumon, that's going to be an X antibody. So now we have a decent target pool besides just having X antibody Dorumon and Chaosdramon X antibody. So now we actually have some decent search way, which is really solid. So with the Ryuda, what are we trying to do here? So this one is the combo in with Shu. If you get Shu in your hand, Ryuda is going to get some decent value. So you get to get your memory setter when you promote it up, and it makes it so it's unaffected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon until the end of their turn. So they can't de-digivolve it or do anything to this right now through their Digimon effects, which is going to help make your board a little more sticky. That's kind of one of the biggest issues with Machinedramon. It doesn't have all the protections that it needs. De-digivolution by even just Digimon effects hurts this deck. So you get to at least get a turn being sticky, which can lead to being your victory. So RideMyAvatar helps that way as long as you get a Shu underneath. But all turns when the Digimon becomes suspended, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost less than or equal to the Digimon's play cost. Really solid to be able to, in the mirror match, lock down Analog Mans, get them suspended early, or any Tamers that would have some decent value when you're swinging in, you can prevent them from going off, or just straight up lock them out of, you know, a Digimon blocker. Next, we are playing 2 of the new Gigadramon from BT15. This one has an on play when Digivolving, trash 1 card with Cyborg and its traits until the end, or you know, machine traits in your hand. 1 of your Digimon cannot be deleted by your opponent's effects until the end of their turn. So this lets your, you know, rookie line come up a little bit earlier, letting you have some decent value, and this is really all it's in there for. It's just to make sure it sticks. We want to make sure that we don't lose a Digimon. It's not in here for anything else, because sometimes to promote an ultimate up, sometimes they get the nuts and they'll be able to blow your ultimate out of the water. So we're just trying to prevent that. So Gigadramon is in here. You could play the other Gigadramon that's basically from EX01. That's just going to have the inheritable draw 2 cards, trash a cyborg. You know, trash a cyborg, draw 2 cards. So that is another option. If you need that dig, you can take this out if you don't feel like the protection is that valuable. Then we have Hoover SB at 1, just because even if you promote your stack up with that protection, this just makes it so that while your Tamer cannot be deleted by your opponent's effects, another protection skill. So, but it's also gets knowledge into your opponent's security stack, knowing just the first top card. If it's a Digimon card, you gain a memory, so this becomes a 1-cost evolve, which can lead to being more shenanigans, or it's a draw card, revealing the top or bottom, put it face down. So that's not terrible. Then we have Ginryumon, that's an on-play when Digivolving. It is a blocker by suspending one of your opponent's Digimon if a Tamer with Digipolice in his traits in his Digivolution. That Digimon cannot unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. So this can help lock down your opponent and just leave it there. So that's really important. And then when this Digimon becomes suspended, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamer with a play cost less than or equal to this Digimon's play cost. really not a bad inheritable line. We are playing one Megadramon, bringing this back. Because we are playing Supreme Connection, this thing actually has some decent value. Being able to hard play this for reduced costs now makes it so that it has more value, especially against like Ukumon rush decks that exist and everything like that. So with Supreme Connection, you slam down, you pop 2 things, and now they're really in a back corner. So I really like that. So Megadramon's in here just for that matchup, and it gets an extra security check. Then we do have our Piercer, that's just basically piercing, and then it has an attack that deletes a 4000 DP. When attacking, you're not going to do that. But the piercing's in there just to help clear threats off. Then you have Metal Tyranno to help trash things, and then it can lock down stuff if for each green or black Tamer, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then one of your opponent's suspended Digimon cannot unsuspend until the opponent's next unsuspend phase. Then here's where the combo comes in. So you're going to use the BT11's Machinedramon. As long as you have the EX Machinedramon, you're going to get it to play down with Gigadramon. So because of how Gigadramon works, you get to reveal the top 4 cards of your decks, which produces a searching functionality, which you really want. But also, this will add your top end, which is what you want to get. But your turn, by deleting one of your Digimon, you may play one Digimon card with Dark Master's traits from your hand to an empty space in the breeding area. We're not going to be able to do that effect. But the fact that it deletes the Machinedramon, which is your BT11 Machinedramon, after you've swung with it, then you slam this down, it can pop it, and boom, you know, or even just when it passes your turn, at the end of your turn, you delete a Digimon. So you don't have to hard play this. Even if you played this earlier, and then it becomes the end phase, you can pop that Machinedramon you just promoted up that you swung in with, and boom, you get a Machinedramon back to your turn because that memory resets back, and it's huge. So I think that's very important to take into account. This combos extremely well with Machinedramon. Then we have one Megadramon, so on play review, when Digimon reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, place one Machine, Cyborg, or SOC trait as the Digimon bottom of the evolution, and then add 1 card to your hand, trash the rest, and then if this thing has a Tamer in its Digi-evolutions, delete one of your opponent's play cost 3 or lower Digimon or Tamer, really solid, and then when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon, trash the top card, and then it can't go past 3. So a Digi-evolution is really neat. But we have Androidmon for searching. Same thing with Memamon. They both have that search, reveal top 3, add a level 6 machine, and then trash the rest, fueling your grave. But also it gives an inheritable blocker if you're on machine. And then you do have the inheritable pop of play cost 5 or less if you're on a machine. Then we do have blocker inheritable with the Metal Greymon, and that's all it's in here for. Then you do have Androidmon that gives when Digivolve and de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, and then it gives reboot. Then you have a security +1 with blocker, Metal Greymon, just the blocker and security attack +1 combo. Then you have Metal Greymon. Oof. Did I really put this at 1? That's not supposed to be at 1. Give me a quick second. I gotta fix that. So, let's see. We're gonna do 2 Hoovers. We're gonna go down to 1 Hoover. And then we're gonna go 2 Metal. No, we want that Hoover actually there. Let's quickly fix this. Sorry about that. I did not realize I was really off in ratios. That's the big thing with Mugen. You are really strained on your ratios because you've got to play like 15 plus level 5s in your deck to really make it work. But Metal Greymon's here just so that you can swing into unsuspended Digimon. But also, the Ryutas help suspend the Digimon, so you get some decent value there. Megadramon's just popping any Tamer, 3 costs or less, just really helpful. Then you have Chaosdramons on play when Digivolving by placing 3 red or black level 5s with Cyborg in his traits and different numbers from your hand or trash under this Digimon as a bottom Digi-evolution card. De-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, and then for each card placed, and then also all turns when the Digimon would be deleted or returned to hand or deck, you may trash 2 level 5s in this Digi-evolutions to prevent it from leaving play. You know, really solid. The Machinedramon here, we need it at 3 just because it's going to be popped by the Gigadramon to play our EX1 Machinedramon to be able to swing in for more damage. So, leads to being some crazy shenanigans that way. So, I think that's really solid. We want to have that. But, you know, revealing the top 5 cards, add 1 analog man among them, and then add 1 cyber or machine traits in your hand. Place it either in hand or place it under the Digimon as a bottom Digi-evolution, trash the rest. Then on deletion by placing one of you your analog bands at the bottom of its owner's deck, and then you play one Machinedramon from your hand without paying its cost. Really solid. Then you have Machinedramon here that gains 1 memory for each level 5 you put underneath. You get 5 red and or black with cyborg traits in the different card numbers in your hand or trash at the bottom. Digivolution, gain a memory for this. So it reduces the cost, especially if you do this Machinedramon get popped by Gigadramon. It's really cheaper. And then this Digimon cannot be reduced. DP can't be reduced, so minusing DP is not a worry here. Then when this Digimon would be deleted, you may trash up to 2 level 5 Digimon cards in this Digivolution to prevent it leaving play. Then you have Chaosdramon X Antibody. By placing 1 card with cyborg or machine traits from under this Digimon as a bottom Digivolution card, this Digimon gains all effects of machine and Chaosdramons all turns, so really solid. And then all turns when this Digimon would be deleted, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. And then we do play Analog Man to help gain us a memory and draw us a card. And then it does switch, makes it so we don't have to waste blocks. This will redirect it, which gets around some blocking effects. Then you have like Marvin Jackson, that'll give jamming and blocker with its mind link. And then by trashing 1 machine or cyborg and traits, gain a memory. Really solid there. We use it because we do have the Megadramon, so they can combo nicely together. And then Shu is our mem setter because we combo with Ryuda. Ryuda tries to grab this. It gives alliance and reboot. Sometimes that alliance can come up, especially let's say you give it to Machinedramon and then you swing in and then boom. But also, if it has X antibody, that means our Chaosdramon can actually use it as well. Our Chaos X antibody for our Shu. So Shu can combo with that as well. So it's a very unique style. And then we do have 2 attack with the heavy mobile machines that gives rush, and then on play gains bliss for the turn. So what you're going to do with this combo is activate attack with the heavy mobile machine while you have Machinedramon here up. You swing and you have Gigadramon. You attack in, boom. Let's say you had 3 memory for the turn or something like that. You're going to now proceed, after you swing in, go and slam down something for 4 cost, or something that'll lead to being passing your opponent's turn. Now, this Machinedramon cleared out maybe 1 to 2 security, if it got an extra attack boost or something like that. Well, the Analog Man's on board, you're going to use Gigadramon's effect of end of turn, pop the Machinedramon, play your EX1 Machinedramon for that, gain a bunch of memory, and your opponent's now in a bad spot. You're now going to be able to apply pressure because now you get another attack in. So, and then basically Machinedramon should be able to clear out the rest of the security, and if Gigadramon didn't swing for the turn, you get another swing in with Gigadramon. So really important to take an effect of this. Then you have Supreme Connection, basically reveal the top 5 cards, among them add 1 machine or cyborg on its traits into hand, trash 1 such card, return the rest to the bottom deck, then place this into battle area. Delay, you may play a level 5 or higher with machine or cyborg on its traits, with the play cost reduced by 3, but has this same effect in security, so it's really solid, being able to reduce the play cost of your level 5 or higher machines, which, you know what, reducing it by 3 means that Machinedramon now only needs to have 1 memory to work with, or it just needs 0 memory. You can definitely pass turn very easily. And I forgot about attack of the heavy mobile. Trash 1 machine or cyborg from your hand, delete 1 of your opponent's play cost less than or equal to that trashed. And then we are playing 1 black mem boost and 2 defensive trainings for decent value. So I think this is a really solid list. It definitely gives you a lot of potential. You do have a lot of options going into the format. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.